Okay, I got 3 minutes to give y'all an example of how kids think differently than adults do. It might help some of y'all from hurting some of these children. But anyway, I'm sitting at the picnic table and the kids are in the pool. And I keep hearing this. I don't know. It sounds like a scream or some type of screech to me. It's like, like they're fake crying or something. So I walk over there. That's why I'm in the house now because it's hot and they had me standing in that sun. So I'm literally drained. So I go over there and I'm like, who was just making that sound? And they're looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like somebody was making a sound. And okay. And they are looking at me clueless. And I'm like, listen. And then so I'm like, well, I tried to explain it. I said it sounds like a laugh or a screech. It just doesn't sound right. To me, it sounds off. It just like, no, what does that sound? So they act like they don't know what I'm talking about. And so then Spirit says, so I thought it was Spirit. So then Spirit said that it was Juvia. And then so Juvia, started talking about how she was talking. I'm like, no, it wasn't a talk. It was a sound. And so none of them acted as if they knew what I was talking about. Finally, I'm walking off because it's just too hot to stand out there because we decided don't make that sound anymore because I don't like the way that it's resonating with me. Just stop doing it. I walk off and I hear the sound again. So now that I'm in eye range, I turn around and it's the snorkel that they have. Remember I did the video about them going underwater? Well, now that they're used to going underwater where Spirit is, they're taking the snorkel and they're blowing through it like some type of horn. And it's making this weird sound. And that's what it was. So when I turn around and I said, so that's what was making that sound. They looked at me as if something was wrong with me. And I'm like, and my first thought was, now y'all knew what I was talking about, but it was too hot to argue that. So why children think on that level? Well, because they think basically. We learn as adults to sum things up. Children, a lot of the times, take you word for word. Like I'm in the heat with my children, and they stopped to make a simple correction of whether they had a bowl or whether they had a plate. And it's like, you know what I'm talking about, but a lot of times, and then they stop to well, those are just blockers. Because when someone stops to interject something, no, because I was timed, it's getting close to the 3, so I'm not going to get off on nothing else. But I might do another one. But just, children think differently than we do, okay? Keep that in mind. Their brain is not as mature or, I guess, programmed as ours. So sometimes a lot of times when they think on that level, listen to them because they're trying to tell you something basic, and maybe you just learn to, combine things.